Alright, so the second suggestion of how to incorporate propensity score matching in the context of survey data analysis came from DuGoff and colleagues in 2014. And what they suggested is that you can build your propensity score model, but try to build with the survey features as covariates. And this is what we are doing now. In the propensity score modeling, we're simply incorporating all of the survey features. And at first it might seem a bit weird why we are trying to incorporate these PSU, strata and survey weights in our propensity score model, but if you think about it, this PSU and strata are geographic information, and this survey weight is basically an information that talks about your probability of being selected in the sample in general, partially of course. So these do have some useful information that we could try to incorporate, say for example as proxy variables to geographic information in our dataset. As you may know that in the NHANES dataset you do not have a lot of covariates that will give you that geographical type of information, whereas in the CCHS dataset you might have the provincial level information, from which province this person is coming from and so on. Anyway, so that is our step one. We are defining our propensity score model, and in the second step we are simply going to use the matchit package to match our propensity scores, and these are the distributions and plots regarding the propensity scores that we have discussed earlier. Alright, so in the matched data we basically want to see whether our SMD was less than 0.2 or not, right? And in the matched data we can see the matching is pretty good, in the sense that even with these new variables we can see the SMDs are satisfactory, so the balance is good in the matched dataset. And then in the outcome analysis, this is pretty similar to what Zunoto suggested, is that in the outcome analysis we still need to use the survey features, but this time as survey features, not as covariates anymore, so that we can appropriately take into account of these strata, PSU and weights in our design, so that the interpretation of the effect estimates that we will get will be associated with the population, and this is the population, this is not the truncated dataset, right? So we use the whole population dataset, or the sample dataset, the entire sample dataset in creating the design, and then we select only the people who were matched within that design after the design was created, and then we perform a crude regression, and after that crude regression our diabetes odds ratio is 1.4. so that was the suggestion that we got from DuGoff. The distinction between the suggestion of Zunoto and DuGoff is that in the Zunoto we would not use these survey feature variables as the covariates, but in here according to DuGoff and colleagues we are supposed to use these survey feature variables as covariates. However, when we go back to step 4 we can see that this is pretty similar to what we have done in the Zunoto. We have created the design based on the entire dataset, and then we subset it, and after that we use the survey GLM to do our modeling in the same design that we created.